I have chosen some exercises that are going to work all over your body for a volleyball player. I will explain why they're for a volleyball player and what the movement is and what muscle they are throughout my program. I hope you enjoy. You're a volleyball player. Hopefully this helps you out. Helps us out for sure. For my exercise program, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you're going to want to do the full body workout, which is the hamstring dominant, quad dominant, pushing forward, pulling back, the lunge, the pushing up, and pushing down. On Tuesday and Thursday, you're going to want to do the plyometrics, SAQs, and the cardio portion. Saturday and Sunday are your rest days. In my next slide, I will show you some cardio exercises to start off. So for the cardio, you're going to want to, it's really anything that gets your heart moving, that cardiovascular muscle, which is your heart. It's cardiovascular, it's kind of the same word, or same base. A quick thing I wanted to add about the cardio is that it's a non-stop movement, so you only rest between 10 and 20 seconds, if even that, between each exercise. So it's sort of a non-stop thing, and it's about 8 to 10 minutes for mine, which doesn't sound like as much as it is, but once you're doing it, trust me, it's a killer. Here are two different cardio exercises. The first one is jumping jacks, and you're going to want to do those for 2 minutes. The next one is starfish jumping jacks, which is very similar, but it's not quite the same thing. It's just a little slower, and you're going to want to do those for 2 minutes as well. Next exercise is just kicking your butt. You're going to want to kick your butt at a fairly fast pace, for you at least. You're going to want to do this for about 1 minute, and this will definitely get your heart rate up. Another cardio exercise is just running. You're going to want to run between 1 to 3 minutes. This will definitely get your heart rate up. This next exercise is a burpee. For a burpee, you're going to want to do a jump, then you're going to do a squat, then you're going to do a push-up, then you're going to go back into a frog, and do a jump, like is shown in the video. You're going to want to do this for 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Now on with the exercise program. So for a pulling down motion, I've chosen a pull-up. A pull-up is a pull down because you're pulling, with your arms you're pulling your body, you're pulling down, but you're pulling your body up. It does not mimic a movement pattern in volleyball. However, if you don't have a powerful back, if you don't have muscles in your back, then whenever you go to do any movement in volleyball, if you spike or bump or serve, all the power is lost when it comes from your legs to your midsection to your arms. Holland will now demonstrate a pull-up. So you want to do 3 sets, 2 to 6 sets, and rest between 90 seconds and 2 minutes. Full back motion. In my back exercise, I have chosen a barbell rack row. The barbell rack row does break the concentric eccentric rule. However, it still works the muscle the same way we need it to. This exercise does not mimic anything in volleyball movement pattern, but once again, if you don't have the power in your back, then you won't have the power to hit the ball with as much force as you want, because it won't be able to go from your legs to your midsection to your upper body. You're going to want to do 3 sets, 6 to 8 reps, rest 90 seconds to 2 minutes, and then my next slide, I'll show you how it's done. This is a demonstration of the rack barbell row. I chose a squat because in volleyball it mimics the movement pattern whenever you bump. I chose to rest between 2 to 5 minutes, sets of 3, and reps 2 to 6. I chose this amount of reps, sets, and rests because I'm trying to get strength through this exercise. Now, Maya's going to demonstrate a side view of the exercise. She wants to keep her knees from going in or out, so they stay straight, and she doesn't want her knees to go over her toes. If your knees are going over your toes, then you'll get hurt or you won't get the right benefit of the exercise. And so if your knees are going over your toes, you want to go back as far as you can, like you're sitting into a chair. For my extra exercise, I have chosen a lunge. I chose a lunge because whenever in volleyball, whenever you go to set the ball, you go into a lunge position. We're doing 3 sets with a rest 2 to 5 minutes and 6 reps. Maya will now demonstrate a lunge. forward. Again, like a squat, you don't want your front knee to go over your leg. If you are, then you're going to want to move your leg a little bit more forward. For my pushing up shoulder exercise, I have chosen a dumbbell shoulder press. I chose this exercise because it mimics a set in volleyball. You're going to want to do 3 sets, rest 2 to 5 minutes, and do 5 reps. This will ensure strength. I'll show you my next slide on how to do this exercise. You're going to want to use dumbbells to do this exercise because you're going to go next to your head and you can't do that with a barbell. This is correct demonstration of the exercise. Hamstring dominant exercise, I have chosen a deadlift. I chose a deadlift because it sort of mimics the squat that you do whenever you go to bump the ball. However, it's not a squat because it works different muscles in your legs. It does get quads and glutes, but it's ham dominant. You're going to want to do 2 to 6 reps of these, rest 2 to 5 minutes, and do 3 sets because you're trying to get strength. In my next slide, I'll demonstrate the exercise. Okay, so for the deadlift, you put the barbell right between your foot, in the midsection of your foot and your ankle. You're going to go down and sort of bend your knees and then pull your hands up holding the barbell, and you'll normally have a barbell with weights on each side. So for the erector spinae muscle group, which is in your back, I have chosen Superman. For the Superman, I've done 3 sets, 15 reps or more, and then rest 60 seconds. I have chosen this amount of rest sets and reps because I'm trying to get endurance in your back. This movement pattern does not mimic anything in volleyball. However, if a volleyball player does any movement in the game of volleyball, they have to have the power from their legs, their midsection, up to their upper body to get the much power as they can possibly get. Now my lovely father will demonstrate the exercise. So you're going to lie on your stomach, do that, and then just lift your arms up and keep your legs back. Now if you don't want to do this for 15 reps, then you can just hold it for about 1 minute. This is just another angle of the Superman. For the abdominal muscle group, I've chosen a ranger sit-up or a lemon squeezer. This exercise works your core and your abdominals. It does not mimic any movement pattern in volleyball. However, if you don't have power in your midsection, you won't be able to hit the ball with as much force because the power travels from your legs to your midsection through your arms. You're going to rest 30 to 60 seconds. You're going to do reps of 15 or more, and you're going to do sets of 3. So this will ensure endurance. Now Holland will demonstrate a ranger sit. There's 2 different ways you can do it. You can either keep your hands on if it's harder for you, and if you're at a more advanced level, then you can take your hands up and do what Holland's doing. For my push forward chest exercise, I have chosen a push-up. A push-up does not mimic any volleyball pattern. However, you need the power in your chest to set the ball or to spike it or even to bump it and serve it. You're going to want to do 3 sets of these, 5 reps, and rest between 2 to 5 minutes. You have to, in a push-up position, you have to be at a 90-degree angle, and Maya will now demonstrate a push-up. And if you're at more advanced level, you can do this type, but if it's a little hard for you, you can go on your knees. You should keep your body flat, your butt down, and stay at that 90 degree. In my next slide, I will show you some speed, agility, quickness drills, or SAQ drills. But right now I'm going to tell you a little about each one. So speed is the area covered divided by the time it takes to cover that area. Quickness is the amount of time is being able to change directions without losing your body control, balance, and speed. Quickness is the amount of reaction time, or how rapidly you react to the situation on the field or court. These are just some SAQ drills. Go.
In my next slide, I'll show you some plyometrics, but right now I'm going to tell you about what they are. So the considered father of plyometrics is Donald A. Chu, and he's a guru of the sort. Plyometrics are also known as jump training or plyos, and it's whenever you put your muscles at the maximum force that they can go to for a short amount of times to get a goal of increased power. For my plyometric exercises, I have chosen a box jump and a squat jump. They have very similar feels to them at the beginning and then they change at the end. They both mimic a bump in volleyball because whenever you go down to bump, you go into a squat position. You do the same thing at the beginning of both of those exercises. For both of them, you're going to want to do 3 sets, 6 reps, and rest 2 to 5 minutes. This will ensure strength in your plyometrics exercises. This is a squat jump. It is simply a squat, and then you jump, and then you go back down to a squat, and then you jump.
For my second plyometric exercise, I have chosen a box jump. I chose a box jump because whenever you go to spike the ball, you kind of go into a squat position, and then you jump forward and move your hand. So for the box jump, you're going to take your hands behind you and use them as momentum. Go into a squat, and then jump up with a soft landing. Then you're going to stand up, step down. So let's try that one more time. Squat, move your hands up, jump, stand straight. So you're going to land in a squat, and then you're going to stand up and jump down. And once again, thank you.
I hope you enjoyed my exercise program.